Hi all, this is Steve Murray, the market chartist on behalf of ForexTraders.com, and we're now going to take a look at both the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar starting off here, and then onto the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and still looking at the underlying bullish themes for these currencies versus the US currency. Probably certainly the New Zealand dollar, one of the strongest of the major currencies in here as we go through into the second half of October. So this surge higher that we had beginning from the base here in September, the strong October rally, taking out resistances here at 64.57 and 65.61. That created the basing structure in here, but the push higher last week up through all these resistances, 67.08, 38 and 72, and also through this retracement 67.88, all signals a far more bullish theme, and we see higher price action going into this week, going into October. Potentially a little dip lower on Monday, given this little setback we had Friday, but we still see underlying risk higher for targets here 69.24.30, retracement level 69.70, then onto a 70 handle, psychological an option target 70, and then 70.09.12, maybe as high as 72.32. So a far more bullish theme in here for the New Zealand dollar versus the US currency. For the Australian dollar, not quite so bullish. The previous push we had here up through 72.80 through these shooting star patterns in here, these topping structure from September, that's created a double bottom structure, but the market kind of hesitant over the last week below this retracement at 73.83. But we do see an eventual push up through there, maybe a dip lower going into the beginning of the week, but we see upside pressures, and although we see a broader range theme defined by 74.40 to 69.36, our bias is for a break higher through 74.40, which then would set up a far more bullish outlook going into the balance of October. This has been Steve Murray, the market chartist, and I wish you a great trading week.